A blue standard 6-sided die and a red 4-sided die, numbered 1, 2, 3, and 4, are each rolled once. Determine the following probabilities and then verify your calculations using a second method. So, what are the chances of blue rolling a 4 and red rolling a 4? So we need to have two techniques. I'm going to start by building a table. So the blue one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-sided die. So that's blue. The red one is a 4-sided die. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. This is red. And we're going to create a table. Let's see here. I'll use colors. If you happen to have colored pens or pencils, it will help you in deciphering the differences between the two digits. Alright, so there's our table, and we're looking for a blue 4 and a red 4. Well, the only time that shows up in the table is right here. So that means our favorable outcomes is 1. Total number of outcomes, well, it's a 6x4 grid, so that means there's 24 possible outcomes. So that's our probability, 1 out of 24. Now the other possibility is to use multiplication, much less work than drawing all this out. So on a 6-sided die, the probability of rolling a 4 is 1 out of 6. So that's the probability of a blue 4 is 1 out of 6. The probability of a red 4 is 1 out of 4. If you multiply those two together, so the probability of a blue 4 and a red 4, actually, let's change the color on this. Probability of that is equal to 1/6 times 1/4, which in this case, 1 times 1 is 1, 6 times 4 is 24. So the multiplication technique gives us 1 over 24, using the table gives us 1 over 24. This is much less writing here than this. Okay, part B. Probability of blue equaling 4 and red being less than 4. So in this instance, I'm going to do a tree. And let's see here. I'm going to start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then red is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is not pretty, but alright, so there's my tree. I've got blue die, red die. So the probability of a blue 4 means that all these other branches don't matter. It's only this branch that matters, and a less than 4. So less than 4 is this one, and this one. So the probability of a blue 4 and something less than 4, so a 1, a 2, or a 3, is equal to, there's 3 favorable outcomes out of a total of 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. So 3 out of 24 is the probability of a blue 4 and your red die being less than 4. We can do that again with multiplication to save on the drawing aspect. So the probability of blue being 4, well, on the blue die there's 6 options. So it's out of 6, and 4 can only occur once out of those 6, so it's 1 out of 6. The probability of it being less than 4 on the red die is, well, the red die, there's 4 options, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3 all match this situation, so there's 3 out of a possible 4 outcomes. So again, the probability of blue being 4 and red being less than 4 is the multiplication or the product of these two fractions. So that's equal to 1/6 times 3 over 4. So 1 times 3 is 3, 6 times 4 is 24. Again, we've come up with the same solution using multiplication as we did using a tree. And that's the show you know.